Hey everybody, this is Kevin with Coinery. Today we're going to be making a 1959 Franklin half dollar, 90% into a coin ring, size 8 3/4. First thing we're going to do is we're going to punch a hole in it. Punch. And let's get started. So I'm going to do this on the floor so it doesn't shake the camera. And the center punch. Take our deburring tool and get rid of this sharp edge that's created from the punch. Take off a little more. You want to make sure that that inside edge is really smooth. So when we start folding it, it doesn't crack. Okay, actually, let's go ahead and anneal first, soften up the metal so let's go over to the doling block with the ball bearing. So we're going to have the Liberty and In God We Trust on the outside with the date. So we're going to use our arbor press, start the process of folding. This also helps keep it straight, because if you start into the 17-degree die, sometimes it tends to walk on you. Okay. So we come around, sand the edge down, do it again. See how it's going. Date there. So now we're going to be using 17-degree die. Start folding it. It's got a little cone that goes inside of it. See it there. So you can see it kind of gets saddled a little bit. So what I like to do is use one of the Swedish die presses and finish that up, because what this does is it extrudes it out from the inside. This one can actually push it down into the die. It helps straighten it out, because you really want it to be straight before you start folding it too much. Just gotta find the right size. Let's cheat a little bit. I'm going to kneel it a little bit, soften it up, so help with that. Should help a little bit. Let's get that in there. And let's see what size I need here. Let's try that one. You really want to make sure you're centered in there. Okay. So that helped out quite a bit. Gonna need just a little bit more. We don't want to do it too much, or else we'll start to hit the outside detail. You kind of get the idea of why we're doing it. Okay. It's starting to look better. A little straighter. Let's go ahead and nail it, and then we'll get one last push before we get started. So it looks pretty straight. We'll go ahead and start. Now, one more time. One more time. Now, before we do that, let's sand it. Let's wrap it with some Teflon tape, just to make sure we don't start flattening out that outside. Definitely want to preserve the detail. Just use a little bit on this one, and we'll use more when we start using the Swedish wraps. Let's go with that one. Okay, I think that did it. That's much better. Let's take a look at it. That's nice and straight. So now we can see where we're at. Okay. We're at a 7, almost 7.5, 7.25. So we're going to try for an 8 3/4. All right. Now we can start opening it up. But as always, let's go on and nail first, just in case. Start opening it up. My Resizer. 10. Okay, overdo a little bit, but now we'll start using the Swedish wrap. Start going down on it. Shrink it back down. It's not a big deal. So for that, we're going to use these Swedish wrap dies. It's 7 degrees. Fit in there like that. And it's a little less aggressive movement of the ring. So we'll just go to kneel, wrap, and we'll start working it back down. Here. Okay. Push this down until it mates up with the outside surface, and we'll flip it over and reduce it even more. See, it smashes that Teflon tape down pretty good. So. Getting to be about a 10. So add a little more tape. Reduce a little more. And start doing the other side. Looking good. Let's flip it over to the other side now that it's all mated up. See me switching back and forth. I got a lot of sizes of these push rods for the Swedish wrap. Just want to choose the right size. It will bottom out and you won't be able to go anywhere with it. I'm going to go a little bit at a time. So definitely, we don't want to ruin that outside decal. Okay. 10 back side, so just keep going with it. Took us to about 9 1/4. So that was a good push. Let's go ahead and unwrap it and see what we got. Cool. Should probably kneel at this point. And always good to see where we're at. Okay. Starting to take shape. Okay. So you can see on the inside edge there's this little lip. So we're going to take that down right now. Because as you have that, it does make it a little bit harder to make the ring a little smaller on that side. Take some 320 sandpaper, smooth out a little bit. Get the chatter marks out, sometimes there's chatter. Okay. Still a little big, so keep going anneal, Swedish wrap. Continue the process till we get where we want to be. Back over here. So I do about 10 wraps of this. So it's called monster tape, blue monster tape. If you use the white stuff, just the regular old Teflon tape, it takes about 25 wraps. Stuff's a little more expensive, but I think in the end, it all evens out. Except for right there, 8 3/4. Okay. I might do some more manipulating a little later, but this video is getting a little long in the tooth, so let's go ahead and shine it up. I'll show you how I do that. So this stuff is called pickle. So it's kind of an acid, so we have to be careful with it. So we heat up our ring, and just drop it in there, and just kind of flash cleans it. And I'll show you how I finish it. First, you have to heat up the ring, drop it in, and okay. Just want to have a paper towel handy, so it kind of looks like that when you drop it in. You can do it several times. Sometimes it takes more than once. Like that. I'm gonna move this because you don't want to get any steel in it. So it might plate your stuff with silver. So that's what it looks like. And you hit it with some 4/0 steel wool. It should get nice and shiny. Okay, show how that looks. Okay, and as always, after I'm done with this, I'll wash it off with some dish soap and water. Degrease it. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I really like doing these. This is 9/15/9. See the year there. Trust and Liberty. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. Sorry the video was so long, but these do take a little while. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.